Hi, I'm Tony Stewart from Wildwood Soundworks. Started the company about 3 years ago to focus on electronic music devices. So we have here at Superbooth, we have two devices, Express and Lightning. They're sequencers and synthesizers. They have a dual synth engine, both sample-based and FM. For the sample-based engine, there's a built-in library of 128 instruments and 56 drum and percussion sounds. The two devices have the same function set, but different user interfaces, and they fit into different kinds of workflows. So Express has a 1-octave keyboard with an 8-octave range. It's capacitive touch sensor based, and you can play it just basically by sliding your fingers across the touch sensitive studs here. It's also got a chord selector here on the right. The way this works is you select a chord type at the top, out of the top row here, and over here it's going to tell you what type you've selected. So for example, major, minor, 7th. And then once you've selected a type, you select the root over here. So that's major, that's C. This will then play C minor. Or if we want to play, say, A minor, we'll select minor there. A is the root. And of course you can play the notes in the chord any way that you want.
Beautifully strummed that way.
Ah, thanks.
That's kind of a very unique feature about it. You can strum instruments now.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
That's right. This is Express. It's this is Lightning. This is a reimagined version of Express. It has a very, very simple interface, whereas with Express we have a 12-function keypad that gets us to most of the functions here, like the sample editor, for example, the step-based sequencer, the song view, and the more traditional piano roll view. Over here, we have a touch screen instead for Lightning, and when you touch the screen, it calls up soft keys that take the role of the 12 function keys in Express. And so you can move among views by selecting view, for example, next and previous here. So one of the other key differences is instead of the 1-octave keyboard here, we have these 7 touch sensors, and these 7 touch sensors play either the notes in a chord or the notes in a scale. And depending on whether you're in the notes view or in the chords view, you get notes in a scale or notes in a chord. So here we're going to play the notes in a scale.
Oh, wow.
And as you see, it advances automatically into the next octave as you move around here. And if you want to lock that in place, you can press one of the modifiers here on the left. This is the lock modifier. So you're locking it in place, and then you might want to ascend to a different place and lock it there.
Beautiful.
You can also control it manually by forcing it down or up an octave. And you can configure this to use the key signature of a song, and so then it will pick the 7 notes in the key signature of the song. If you have an accidental, you can select that with the flat or the sharp buttons. So it's possible with this very limited user interface to play a wide variety of different kinds of songs. Both devices come with a real-time sequencer, which allows you to record in real time. You can edit your recording, you can select regions of it, cut, copy, paste, and things like that. And in addition, if you want, you can use the step sequencer view here to program your piece. So you can use either the step sequencer or the real-time sequencer. They both are fully compatible and interoperable, so you can start in one and then edit in the other, for example. And as I mentioned earlier, the sample-based sequencer comes with a library of 128 instruments and 56 drum and percussion sounds. But you can also record your own samples using a USB microphone or headset. And when you record your own sample, you can do things like zoom in on it and right down to the individual parts of the waveform. You can snip a piece out of here and assign it to a note, and you can assign any number of samples to any number of notes. And if a note doesn't have a sample assigned to it, it will interpolate the pitch from the closest sample that is assigned. And here you can also see that there's a loop within this sample. The red and the blue indicators here are where this sample loops. So for instruments that have a sustain, you can hold down, for example, a key like on an organ, and it will sustain indefinitely. It sustains by looping at that loop point. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, so we've talked a lot about the sample-based synth. There's also an FM synth. You can configure one of the 16 channels to use the FM synth. And you can also do something like plug a USB keyboard.
And where can people find this?
What's that?
Where can we find this equipment?
If you wanted to buy it. If you want to purchase these devices, they're available on my Etsy shop. And the easiest way to find that is to go to the Wildwood Soundworks website, so wildwoodsoundworks.com. And there at the top of it, you'll see a link to my Etsy shop. Visit that link, and you'll see both of these devices for sale there.
And it's super cool to think about playing instruments more strummed and less, plucky or whatever.
That's right, yeah. Thanks. Thank you very much.